So I'm gonna do
just started.
Do what?
It just started.
It just started. Okay. So good evening, everybody. Going to be a little bit different tonight. What I'm going to do because this recipe takes a little bit longer to do. So I already have roasted some spaghetti squash, and I will put a short video in the comments when we're done about how I did that, in case you want to know. But I could only find one spaghetti squash, so I couldn't do one ahead of time and show you. But I have roasted my spaghetti squash, and so the first thing I'm going to do is just take my fork, and I am just going to shred all of that out of the skin. And I absolutely love spaghetti squash. I honestly don't know that I will ever eat or make regular spaghetti again. I would just as soon have this. I know that there are some people who cook it in the microwave, and so my daughter and I did a couple of taste tests with roasting it versus microwave, and she and I both prefer the roasted in the oven. So this is obviously just half of it, and so added to this, I'm going to put just a little bit of a beaten egg white. It'll be about 1 tablespoon. You should be able to get about 3 tablespoons out of 1 egg white. And so I'm just going to mix that a little bit. Oh, I guess I should tell you what I'm making. I'm making some little bird nest capreses. So using my spaghetti squash. And I'm going to add a little bit of garlic to that. And just mix that up. And then I have a muffin tin here, and I'm going to spray each muffin tin like so. And then I'm going to take not quite a 1/4 cup. Let's see how this measures out here. And put in each muffin tin. Just spot there. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of push them around the tops, or not the tops, the sides, to make what will be a little nest when we're done. Like so. Alright, and I have my oven preheated to 400, and I'm going to cook these for about 20-25 minutes, just depending on how much ends up in each of your little tins there. And again, I have some that I already started here. And then I also earlier roasted some tomatoes. And again, that's going to be in that little video that I'm going to attach to this. But it's just cherry tomatoes on a roasting pan, sprayed with olive oil, salt and pepper, roasted. I think in the video I said 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes for the spaghetti squash, but only 10 minutes for the tomatoes. So, and then I'm just going to take, some of these roasted tomatoes and put in the little cups like so. This video is really going to be short because I did most of it ahead of time. Top with some grated mozzarella cheese. Just a little bit on top of each one. I like cheese. So like so. Put it back in the oven for 3 or 4 minutes. You're just wanting that cheese to melt. So it goes back in. And then when you're finished, you get these little nests, and just gonna top it. I like this kind of partially dried basil, and I get chives and all kinds of stuff. It just lasts a little bit longer than if I get the fresh. And so you just sprinkle a little of that on top to make it pretty. And so we're gonna have these tonight with our supper. Gonna grill a couple of chicken breasts to go with this. And actually we will each get 6 of these to go with our chicken tonight. So quite a bit of veggies that we'll get to go with this. Also attached to this video, I'm going to put a link to this recipe as well as some other healthy Easter recipes for you. So if you're interested in finding some healthy options for your Easter, I know it's going to be kind of a different Easter this year, and there's been a lot of stuff about concentrating on what Easter actually is and not what it's not. So concentrating on that empty grave and what Easter actually really represents. So I hope that you enjoy this. I know that this was kind of short and sweet today, but I really like spaghetti squash and a lot that you can do with it. And so I wanted to show you just kind of a fun little Easter recipe that you could use spaghetti squash. So thank y'all for watching, and we will see you again next Thursday.